Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Hope we are all well. Welcome to this fine Tuesday morning. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So not a lot of action, as you guys can see. Still just floating around this area with a general upward bias. It seems upward bias. So yeah, I mean, there isn't a lot more to say other than that at the moment. So that is it. Enjoyed, not really, just kidding. But yeah, basically we are looking for Bitcoin either to take out this level around 12,800 and then make its way down to the low 12,000s, or we are just going to float our way up to around the 14k region, and then we'll have to decide, do we then want to come and back test the 13k region, or do we just do the similar price action where we just hover around the 14k? I know it sounds very simplistic, very basic analysis, but when we have a pretty nice uptrend, a pretty nice larger time frame uptrend going, we've got a lot of oscillators giving us that bullish momentum. I mean, that's kind of what you would expect. You're gonna move up level by level. You're gonna consolidate at levels, and then occasionally you're then gonna get a bit of actual back testing downward price action. But that is obviously happens occasionally, and not and it obviously isn't happening at the moment. If we go back and look at some previous uptrending price action. I mean, you can kind of see it here. We move up quite strongly. I mean, we have some sort of almost sideways consolidation. Look, move up, consolidation, move up. And see, you don't really get them. Then we had our first major back test here. We got up to about 11.5k. We came all the way back down to 10.5k. So $1,000 move back. I mean, we had one there, but wasn't quite as much. And then yeah, then we get a major pullback, as you can see, to that level there, from 12k all the way down to 10.5k. And then we carry on moving up. I mean, that's how bullish price action well usually works. We'll have a look at some more down here as well. So yeah, you can see, what if we just take it from here, because this is when we sort of break out the actual range, this bit here. So yeah, we break up, consolidate, break up again, consolidate. Yeah, I mean, obviously you can see the back test from the level all the way up there down to there. And then back tested again, and then break up, and then actually, well, I mean, we clearly just go into long-term sideways then, which is at some point what we will likely do with Bitcoin now. We will basically be done with this large move up, and we will come into some sort of large volatile sideways range. The question is, how far up do we get, and then where will that come in? Clearly, the more likely option for large sideways volatility is basically between like around 20k and 14 15k. That does seem the most logical area for that, obviously with not much historic price action, and obviously attempting to take out those highs. So I mean, can I see that long term, that basically we do drift up to here, we break through this 15k, we could have some wild action, and then we just trade a big massive range here. Maybe up to 20k, maybe only topping out in this initial range if we go to a daily, so I can just get across here. Yeah, I mean, maybe to around this level, so around 17k, 17k potentially. I may even draw a horizontal in here actually, because I think this may be quite a nice level for us to range in between. This is proper like crystal ball stuff we're going on about right here. But yeah, this would be what I think would be a nice likely range for Bitcoin to get into. So again, consolidate around here, then move up, and then yeah, trade into this range, have back tests, forward test, back test, paychecks, forward check, back check, paycheck. That's it. Around this level, we'll color this in as well whilst we are here. But yeah, that does seem to me, if we are going bullish, to be the likely scenario. So we'll draw this in. Yeah, that'll do. Zoom this a little bit and straighten this top level out. There we go. Sorted. Let's lock these drawing tools. But yeah, that is kind of what I'm expecting. If we look at the larger time frame, I am thinking next stop, Bitcoin break into this zone, trade sideways here before obviously ultimately we go for that 20k, and then basically the world is the world is our lobster, as Del Boy would say. But yeah, let's just go back to the 4 hour now. Now we've looked at that crazy crystal ball stuff. But yeah, obviously we could lose this level. I mean, stocks are doing their best to basically drag us down. The dollar index, I would say the dollar index is doing its best, but the dollar index is not doing its best at the moment. I mean, the dollar index is just looking for the time being like a where's this trend line coming in from? For the time being, looking just like it's just having a bit of a pullback. We may have to adjust this trend line here, because this trend line may be important. This may be important, and we just adjust it down here. This may be yes. So what I'm saying is the dollar is still looking bearish until we start taking out some of these horizontals and some of these trend lines. So this downward sloping trend line, take that out and take out this horizontal, then yeah, we will start to think about panic stations, and then clearly taking this out, we'll start to definitely think about panic stations. And let's be real here. This is less than $1 away in the DXY, so it is not far, and then that will definitely put the dampeners on this Bitcoin rally. But that is not necessarily the most likely scenario. The most likely scenario is that we either turn down now, or we get rejected from that trend line, or we get rejected from the horizontal, and then we do make our way down to our ultimate target. Yeah, looking at this now, we can't really say we met that target yet. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking, and obviously this is going to have a big impact on the dollar. I have been reading stuff about the stimulus, about old Nancy Pelosi just not playing ball, basically. So yeah, I mean, but like I have said, less stimulus now, more stimulus later. So that is my view on that. And less stimulus now, a weaker economy now, more stimulus later. Less stimulus now, a weaker economy now, weaker dollar later. Anyway, regardless of extra stimulus. And yeah, I mean, that's just it's just a trend, I think, that is gonna perpetuate in the dollar to the downside. Obviously we get pullbacks. We had a nice pullback here. We even had at the start of this whole crazy crisis. We had obviously the move down in the dollar, obviously into when they started doing all their jazz. But then look, then we got a big ferocious counter trend, and I mean, it's not even necessarily a counter trend rally, just a big move up, and then that subsequently, well, is coming down. You see that this again is something I want to show you guys in price action. You often see like a big fake out in the other direction, and then we come down the other way. Obviously there were reasons for that, and there's always reasons for every price movement. There's always reasons you can pin it on, and reasons why people are doing X, Y, and Z. But ultimately you get these same sort of similar chart patterns that happen. So I mean, like we've had it here. This could very easily be a pump up, fake out people out the shorts, fake people into longs, and then we slam them down, take out the lows, and move down. I mean, perfectly normal looking price action. So yeah, anyway, I think we covered the dollar a lot there. As I said, not Bitcoin looking good in the face of quite a big movement in stocks, but the dollar index has not got the alarm bells on yet. I mean, this is the level realistically for me, and like I said, we're not far away from it, are we? Look, it's like $0.3, isn't it? Once we take out this level, and yeah, I mean, we could do that in one day easily. We can do that in 1 4-hour candle very easily. But yeah, that is when things, I think Bitcoin will start to struggle. If we get above here, then I think Bitcoin will lose this 13k region, and then we'll become and play out in this zone. But if that doesn't happen, we keep coming down, I think Bitcoin will you'll basically trade out this zone, get up to around the 14k, drift up to around the 14k, maybe maybe have a pullback to 13k, maybe just bust through, consolidate yet again here with no back test, and then we will be getting back tests in this zone. We will be getting wild price action here. So that is kind of what I am expecting there. Let's have a quick look through the stochastics. In fact, actually, let's just show you guys stock futures at the moment. So yeah, I mean, this is a big level for stocks. You can see this is why this line is thicker. This is a very important level, as you can see. Obviously this high, pre-March high. If we've obviously had a nice wick below it and rally off it. That is a definite potential reversal pattern here. I've got a pattern. I mean, it's a candlestick pattern. It's not like it's an ascending triangle reversal pattern or anything like that. But this is how you could typically see a reversal. So yeah, if we do get back above here, I think that reversal will be confirmed. And then yeah, we'll be back in this zone looking to make more progress to the upside. So, and after having obviously put in a higher low relative to this low here. So yeah, obviously if we lose this level again, which we are close to it anyway, we could very easily lose this. I mean, next stop is down here, and things will actually start to look particularly longer time frame, medium time frame bearish for stocks, and then that could really start to weigh in on things. We'll have a quick look at silver. Obviously gold. Yeah, just drifting sideways again. We see this all the time in gold. We get a consolidation, we get a breakout, we get a consolidation, we get a breakout, we get a consolidation, and then we get a breakout. I mean, it's not in gold, you see that in everything. Silver as well. Silver looking a little bit better than gold, though, as you can see. And that's good to see, because we like silver. We like silver. But yeah, bounce from here, get back above this level, and then, I mean, we can get back into this golden zone for silver. In fact, I'll just draw a horizontal along here as well. Yeah, get back into silver around this zone here, and then yeah, we'll be looking good. We'll be looking good for some movements in silver too. Maybe I can just delete that and then just put in one of these, and then it will definitely be straight then. But yeah, and get back into this zone, and then yeah, I think we'll just consolidate here, and then take out 30, and then I'll win my bet, and that's all I care about. Not really, just kidding. In fact, let's have a look at the euro. So I've not looked at this a while. The sort of dollar proxy trade. Yeah, as you can see, we are back in. Well, we are testing the lower side, obviously here. As you can see, the lower side of our horizontal. But yeah, so if we lose that, things will potentially look a bit more bearish. But I mean, I do expect us to stay in this zone and make our way up. So yeah, just quick whiz through the stochastics then. One last thing, nice bullish reset we've got going in here, caught at this nice little trend line on the 4-hour. So yeah, that has got plenty of room now to move up and basically get us above our recent highs of around 13.3, which then would you would think would be enough to get the FOMO longs and stop people out their shorts and get us up to 14k. 10-hour, how is that? Yeah, starting to turn back up. It's not starting to turn back up, but starting to lose its downward momentum. So that could definitely turn back up. I mean, 12 hours just still up there, guys. So if 10-hour does turn up, 4-hour and price action does turn up, 12-hour will just stay up there. Daily, as you can see, has actually turned back up and holding up there as well. 2-day getting very high. 2-day has not realistically been this high since well, February, June last year. 12-hour is, yeah, this is getting pretty high. Let's have a look at what happened here. We'll have a look at the 10th of Feb and the 24th of June. So 10th of Feb. Where is it? What is going on here? Let's look at the June one here, because we can find that a bit easier. Yeah, so yeah, that literally got us this blow off top high here. Around, yeah, so we were around this high, literal or macro high. We didn't really get higher there. And the 10th of Feb this year was well, yeah, it's this high. It's around this macro high level here where we didn't realistically get higher either. So potentially a little bit worrisome on that on that read. But we have had periods where we have held, we've had this period here. So 15th of Jan, where we then came higher by the 8th of Feb. But I mean, that's still a short period of time. I mean, it's basically this one here. And then we did make it up there. So that is still quite a big move. But It is definitely something for us to be, this 2-day Stoke read is definitely something for us to be keeping an eye out for. Yeah, 3-day looking like it's moving up nice. I mean, the thing is though, the 5-day, the weekly, bi-weekly looking good, and monthly all looking good. So they could just keep they could keep momentum to the upside anyway. Plus, we are breaking macro levels here. We weren't breaking macro levels at these points in time. I mean, arguably you could say, well, I don't know if you could say we were, because it wasn't really a macro level at this point, because we'd only had this price action. But obviously, prior to this, we had obviously this price action, which this didn't get near, none of this got near, and this is now getting near to a macro high. So yeah, we could just keep moving upwards and upwards, just with the trend being your friend. So yeah, a bit of a long video there this morning. But yeah, so I mean, realistically, we'll just quick recap what we're looking at. The short time frame is very simple, guys. It is very simple. It is, do we lose 13k? Probably come back and consolidate low 12ks, play out of this range, or do we basically drift up to 14k and then decide, do we consolidate there and break up, or do we consolidate there and then come back and test 13k and then trade out of this range? I mean, for me, it is that simple at the moment. So that is it though, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.